Rory Sutherland begins the podcast by discussing the concept of comparison as the enemy of happiness. He references the status game and a quote by Aristotle Onassis, which suggests that the value of money is relative, particularly in the context of relationships with women. This idea sets the stage for a broader conversation about human behavior and the pursuit of happiness. Sutherland explores the choice architecture in online dating sites and property websites, advocating for a bottom-up approach to understanding human behavior. He points out the problematic nature of the property market, where decisions are often based on affordability and superficial criteria, like the number of bedrooms. This leads to a spiral of increasing property prices. Similarly, in online dating and recruitment, initial filters based on specific criteria can be limiting and fail to capture the complexity of human compatibility and job suitability. The discussion then turns to the difference between solving problems and winning arguments. Sutherland suggests that problem-solving requires an open-minded approach, while winning arguments often involves rigid thinking and a focus on consistency. He stresses the importance of creativity and open-mindedness in addressing political and societal issues. Comedy's role as a source of inspiration for problem-solving is highlighted, with Sutherland noting the correlation between interest in evolutionary psychology and comedy. Comedians, as amateur evolutionary thinkers, can offer unique perspectives on human behavior and societal issues, potentially inspiring creative solutions. Sutherland introduces the concept of experience goods, which are products or services whose value is realized through use. He applies this to relationships, suggesting that the true value of a long-term relationship is discovered through repeated familiarity. Acknowledging and making light of differences in relationships is crucial, rather than pretending they don't exist. The diversity of comedy audiences and the role of comedy in teaching intellectual humbleness are discussed. Comedy creates a space for open-mindedness and laughter, allowing people to experience intellectual humility and release tension. The concept of the purity spiral is addressed, where individuals become absolutist and polarized in their views. Sutherland emphasizes the need to focus on solving the most difficult parts of a problem, rather than getting caught up in polarized arguments. He suggests that media's focus on polarization hinders the resolution of societal issues. Sutherland emphasizes the importance of problem-solving and the need to think like Darwin rather than Newton. He argues that small changes can have a significant impact, using the example of slightly more expensive paper for charity donation envelopes, leading to increased donations. The trim tab concept is introduced as a point of intervention in a complex system where the smallest change can have the biggest effect. Identitarian thinking and the adoption of political ideologies as a form of tribal signaling are criticized. Sutherland argues that this type of thinking leads to tribal polarization and prevents effective problem-solving. He also discusses the concept of the unreliable ally and the importance of not reducing complex beliefs to a single vote or viewpoint. The relevance of evolutionary thinking to complex systems is explored. Sutherland argues that this approach allows for a deeper understanding of change over time and the identification of points of intervention where small changes can have a significant impact. He also discusses the limitations of monotheistic thinking and the importance of embracing complexity in problem-solving. Sutherland compares social progress in the United States and the United Kingdom, highlighting the differences in historical narratives and political ideologies. He argues that British social progress is less easy to stereotype and that social reforms have been achieved under various political regimes. He criticizes the tendency to adopt American concerns in the UK without considering the differences in historical context. The importance of studying complex subjects, such as biology, to foster creativity is emphasized. Sutherland suggests that understanding complex systems can lead to more innovative problem-solving approaches. He also discusses the value of reasoning backward, akin to detective work, to identify the pre-existing conditions that led to a particular outcome. Sutherland delves into the cultural differences between the UK and the US, particularly regarding attitudes towards drinking and driving. He shares anecdotes about the differences in attitudes towards alcohol consumption and driving in the two countries. highlighting the unique cultural norms and behaviors that shape societal attitudes. Drawing parallels between detective work and creativity, Sutherland suggests that studying true crime can provide valuable insights into human behavior and complex systems. He discusses the depth of detail available in true crime stories, which can offer a unique perspective on human behavior and decision-making. The influence of class structure in British society is touched upon, particularly in relation to grocery retail and societal norms. Sutherland discusses how British supermarkets are woven into the class structure and how material success can lead to a certain lifestyle and societal status. He explores the concept of elite modesty and the cultural implications of material wealth in the UK. Sutherland shares his thoughts on the influence of location, particularly in relation to his decision to move to the United States. He discusses the cultural differences between different regions in the U.S., highlighting the unique characteristics of Austin, Texas. He also reflects on the impact of location on lifestyle and societal norms, drawing on his experiences in different parts of the U.S. Sutherland expresses his enthusiasm for electric cars, emphasizing their versatility, range, and performance. He questions why anyone would choose any other vehicle if they had the means to afford an electric car. He also discusses the benefits of living in cities like Austin, Phoenix, and Los Angeles, where the infrastructure is designed to accommodate automobiles. Sutherland delves into the concept of a single land value tax and the potential for technology to help people escape the rent-seeking depredations of landowners. The rebranding of Twitter to X is discussed, with Sutherland finding the decision strange. He suggests that the rebrand should have been delayed until the company had developed an everything app to justify the name change. He also discusses the potential for Twitter to introduce a micropayment system, allowing users to pay for individual articles or content, which could revolutionize the way high-quality journalism is monetized. Sutherland advocates for reverse engineering in problem solving, citing examples from the capture of serial killers and the discovery of graphene. He believes that reverse engineering and post-rationalized science can lead to valuable insights and solutions. He also discusses the importance of allowing people to imagine and work backward, rather than requiring approval from complicated bodies before taking action. Sutherland recommends YouTube Premium and emphasizes the value of watching YouTube content on a large TV screen. He praises the platform's broadcast quality content and the algorithm's ability to curate personalized recommendations. He believes that YouTube Premium offers a seamless and enjoyable viewing experience without any annoying qualities. In conclusion, Rory Sutherland's podcast conversation covers a wide array of topics, offering a unique and thought-provoking perspective on human behavior, problem-solving, and the role of comedy in society. His insights into the importance of small changes, the need to avoid identitarian thinking, and the relevance of evolutionary thinking in understanding complex systems provide valuable lessons for individuals and organizations seeking to foster creativity and innovation.